this is very frustrating. I bought like 30 of these lights and installed them all over the place, and out of the 30, this is about 6 months ago, I've already had 5 fail. Of course, they don't fail right away. This is what happens, you know, those are regular bright ones, and then there's the one that's gonna fail eventually. It starts out by, you know, when it comes on, it's real dim, and eventually that'll just fail. It's not the light itself, you know, this part, which would be real easy to change, you know. It's actually the box and the electronics that fails. And, you know, speaking of this box, what a horrible thing. You know, I don't know why. At first I just put up with it, but look at how small this box is. You can imagine trying to get some your wiring in there. It just barely fits. And of course they want you to use these push-in type connectors. I always like to have the I like to use these twist-on connectors. But you can see how tiny that box is. I mean, there's no way you're going to get 3 of those connectors in there, you know, with wires, let's say a romex coming from each side. So you're forced to use these little chintzy push type connectors. I don't know, in my opinion, this whole setup is kind of rinky-dink. I'm afraid that it's going to end up starting a fire, you know, just because it's such a poor setup. How can you have 5 of them that go bad in such a short time period? And the other thing that happens is when you go and feel this box, the box is very warm. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. I might have to end up just ripping all this out. Yeah, very disappointing. And it's Sylvania, you know, you'd think it'd be a fairly good brand, but I wouldn't recommend these to anybody. Yeah, this is a real disappointment.